Hey, how's it going, everyone? We're gonna be starting you off with a mini tutorial here on how to play DNF Duel. Start with our two Shotos. So for those who don't know, a Shoto is basically like your main character of sorts. They're a jack of all trades. If you can learn your Shotos, then there isn't anybody in the game you won't learn how to play, right? So right now the two Shotos of the game are Grappler and Waifu. First things first, let's establish your buttons, right? What are your buttons? So the first one is going to be, this is how the button scheme will work. Going from square, triangle, circle, and X. These would be corresponding to light, medium, heavy, and special. It goes in that order, and if you notice, it goes from, remember, it rolls all the way from square to triangle to circle to X. And another notation for these would be A, B, C, D for non-PlayStation users. I'll probably put up notations at some point. So yeah, so just so you remember that you have your lights, your medium, heavy, and special. Lights are your fastest move and work up close. You can also do them ducking, standing, and jumping. They will vary from button to button. And again, of course, your medium is your medium range. Also, you can do it as a low and as a jump. Then, of course, your heavy is the slowest one, but hits the hardest and generally has the most. Another thing to note is that your lights and your mediums, outside of like lows and highs, don't have a difference, but your heavy changes. As you can notice with Grappler, your back heavy launches you forward. Your forward heavy does the swipe. Your regular heavy just does, well, I mean, it depends from character to character. I mean, we could even show with Striker as well. See, lights. Right, like hers is a slide. Her heavy is a shoulder. Back heavy is a... See, look at that. So she has three. There you go, like I was saying. She has three different heavies. Now, as we like the time, so as just and it could be different from character to character. Not everyone's going to be the same, right? But again, the overall general is that a general combo for most characters is to do, this is how it works. So remember I told you that roll earlier is to go square, triangle, circle. That is a guaranteed combo, as you can see right there. And it works again, of course. This is universal for everybody. Square, triangle, circle. That is the anime bread and butter. Or, you know, A, B, C. Same with Striker. A, B, C. Of course, as I mentioned before, there can be differences between some of the characters. And you can even mix it up. You can even go A, B. Again, okay, so you notice with her, it just stops at B. With Striker, you can go A, B, B, B. Usually you have to do a crouch for the second one. So, again, with Striker, A, B, crouch B. But of course, usually cannot follow that up with a C. A, B, E. Right. Again, unless there's a different version. Yeah, feel free to experiment. But your general go-to combo is two A's, a B, and a C. Now, what about the special? So, we didn't cover the special button. Special button is a special move that wastes meter that's up there at the top, as you can notice. And there is usually three versions. Back special, forward special, standing special, and sometimes even a low special. So the way you could, as you notice at the top, it starts draining away. So pay attention to your meter. Now, general combo as we established. And again, the thing is, it can be different. As you notice with her, she has all kinds of stuff. Back special for him is a grab. Forward special is a charge. Regular special is a jumping attack. So that's another thing. Oh, and also these buttons can change. Same with the jumping, can change if you are in the air. And of course, like I said, it doesn't matter who you use. I would recommend Striker more. Grapplers, more specifically, he's a bit more slow-paced. Oh, another thing to note is that the characters also have health differences. Like, Striker has lower health, and he has more health, but she's a bit more mobile than he is. So, minor differences. But again, this is universal that will apply to most characters. And as we already established, is what you have: lights, mediums, heavies, and specials. Heavies normally, again, just reiterating, heavies can either have a back, a forward, or a neutral version, or maybe just two, whereas the heavy, or their special, has a different version for every single one, and they can change. We already established with Striker, or jump, whereas his, just an air grab. Now, for a general combo, as we never re-established, you know, A, B, C. You know, as your general overall combo tool, no matter what. Now, if you once you got used to knowing what move to press after, you can also do your special button. These can extend your combos, but can spend even more meter. Again, remember, you cannot just simply abuse. See, 1, 2, boom, you are exhausted. So make sure, be very careful you look at your meter. So it's, remember, A, B, C, there you go. that's your combo extender. And if you know what to do from it, you can usually do something even better. You can use a follow-up. Again, it varies. Not every single one will work. As you noticed, the back one didn't work, forward didn't work, but standing works. So you may have to experiment. You may have to make sure when you're mashing, you know what you're doing. But in general, your hand should look like this whenever you're pressing a button. Press 2 to see if you hit, then press triangle, circle, and you can just go in a circle and you're usually good. And that'll wrap it up. That's pretty much your basic go-to stuff on how to play DNF Duel, really. Also, I guess minor thing to mention late, make sure you are holding down back to block. If someone is jumping, make sure you are holding back. And you're good. That's really all it is. Oh, and grab is L1. I wouldn't know what to call it, but so you covered your buttons. I mainly wanted to cover your buttons. I will make maybe in-depth ones for the characters and how some of their combo routes and everything work. But yeah, this is your grab. There's also a block button, but I forget that exists. But so for you guys that like the block button, have at it. There's a block button. But for the rest of us, down back is your default. Back whenever they're doing stuff. Also, one thing I forgot to notice too as far as movement is that double tapping forward is a dash. And you can stop your dash by just holding back. You'll even do a little slide. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Oh, and supers are with L2, but you can only do them when you have less health. And your opponent has, again, when you have less health. I'll show you. There you go. As you can see, L2 is right here. And you get a super, which does a lot of damage. Oh, another thing to note is some moves do have invincibility. Super moves do not, so be very careful when you use these. You cannot use these when you wake up or in a panic. You have to make sure that your opponent's move is too slow or you are whiff punishing. That is an important thing to note.